Not.
Okay, welcome everyone to the Blueprint for Peace for Humanity. Day 16 is the morning session for Wednesday, July 26, 2017. We had some technical difficulties, so we're getting a bit of a late start, but we're raring to go. I think Mr. Keshe is ready to begin today's workshop.
Thank you very much. Good morning, good day to you as usual, whenever and wherever you listen to these teachings. We had a small technical difficulty as a page from another website was used. We don't want to be sued for copyright. So what we have is the fact that, as I explained, the story of the man has been, as we explained yesterday, through what we done for the abuse to be put correct. Dirk has been the main key person in child trafficking. We bring more and more. We bring more disclosures. We know and we have shown by our disclosures in the past. He has taken pictures of the fields where children, a golf club, which is in the news, you can read it in Detroit reports, that there's been children reported being abused and most probably murdered. This is part of the structure we want to stop. We want to make sure children don't get abused. I have put a proposal and we are making a direct request. We are putting requests to the police. We are putting requests to other organizations that we want, and it's the right, we put it to the child protection organizations around the world, that we will ask in the coming time, and it's the responsibility of all of us to stop this man. This man has to be stopped. We've seen him connected to different people who they came to support and all have a child abuse track. We've seen all one by one came to support the bus and one by one they disappeared, but he still carries on doing it. For what I'm requesting, we are putting a written request by us to the child protection agencies. We want the evaluation of all his grandchildren and his children psychologically and physically abused. We release their pictures very soon if Mr. Lawrence carries on with the behavior he's doing and carry on abusing children. I'm not making accusation. There is enough evidence to show a behavior, sexual behavior pattern on the internet of his own, not us. There is enough evidence for the police to take action for his sexual behavior with children. As I said, now you understand why he's been jumping so much, because he knew we stay quiet. till other things in the background are done. Can you please put the addresses and the organizations in Belgium who you can write to and ask, and then we arrange a police investigation on him and his children. We know he's got a big connection in Belgium, but Interpol will ban him from traveling. We will start working on it from today. All of you who have access, you can write to the police, write to them. We give you all the data that this man travels, and on the internet he recruits and hypnotizes. We know now how he works. We don't accuse. You've seen the sexual pictures he's put on the condoms, and they're all used. We've seen him putting his own daughter in red light districts and living in a mansion, as he calls it. I'm jealous of him. I had more money than you could swallow, sir. You got your money by murdering and raping children. We need to protect our children. And one of the biggest organizations he is in. You've seen one by one, Susan, Hope, what do you call it, Alan, which is not convicted. We've seen how every one of them is on investigation for child abuse. How come he's connected to all of them and gives interview to all of them? Because he's the head. The picture of the place where there is a report of children being abused and most probably murdered are on his website, are from him, is on his Facebook. So we are not accusing, we're just delivering behavior pattern, exactly like Alan is telling. Behavior pattern. Mr. Dirk, I'm filing against you for abusing your own children. You can hypnotize them again. I'll file you for abusing your grandchildren. I stand in the court for it. I have enough evidence to show that your sexual behavior is abnormal. You only support pedophiles. You only use pictures which are not normal, and you cover it under some kind of sign of art. I'm going to protect the children from your hand. Ask your friends to issue as many writs as they like. Do whatever you like. We are going, as Keshe Foundation, to every agency to expose you. Please, can you put the name of the agencies on the screen? Child Protection in England has confirmed death of 4 people, 4 children last year from Ghana. This is why he is so obsessed with us calling everywhere and coming on newspapers in Ghana, writing himself, Dirk Lawrence. He has published his name, so he is so confident. If I get rid of Keshe, my past will not come out. But it's out now. We've seen picture of your daughter sitting in front of the, excuse my language, red light district with women behind the window, as is tradition in Europe. So is she one of them? And she operating that way to collect children? Is her website, which asking for 6-year-old children to be taken a photograph for a cinema ticket? When I told that to the CIA, people said, are the people in Europe that crazy? Are they that demented? Are they that backwards? That they, for a picture of cinema, the children, they know what's happening on the internet? So we see his daughters are under his control. Why don't you see 20 meters, what's it, a kilometer, 2 kilometers from your home, your children? Because you have used them. The wife keeps silence, I keep the home, you move out, otherwise I talk. We've seen that with Alan Sterling, we see him with Mr. Dirk. We are not targeting a person, we are targeting a behavior. And this behavior, read, we gave you the reports yesterday. Read the dimensions on internet from governments. Child trafficking from Ghana. This is why he's upset. We are touching one of his most lucrative lines. With the government officials, we are asking that all aircrafts leaving from Africa, especially with certain airlines, are checked for authenticity and DNA check between the mother and child. Mother and father and a child. Man and a child with certificate. Visas are given in exchange for trafficking children. It's not abnormal. We thought this was impossible, but it's happening. And as we know, it's happened all the time. These are the name of the agencies. Write to them and say his name, he lives, where he lives. We showed the London Tower. The police has to investigate. We write to Interpol. These people are using internet in the background. 72,000. Another 40,000 last week in Germany. Another batch of them in Australia. Don't forget, he has an office in Australia too. We've shown it in documentation before. He runs offices in Australia. The technology he stole, the compression from the gentleman in Holland, is got developed in Australia. He has an office. He transferred a penny share company into Australia. Why do you transfer a penny share from Belgium to Australia? We have all that evidences in the hand of Interpol. Now it shows more. He's trafficking, working with the children from Australia. Mr. Lawrence, take us to court. I make sure you never see a daylight. You have raped and killed and hypnotized enough. Take me to court with greatest of pleasure. I have enough evidence. Circumstantial, no. You have put it on the internet. We can link everything together. In the coming days, we announce how we're going to protect children and how it's going to be done. We have to do it. Mr. Lawrence, I give you a tip. I'm going to put the picture of your daughters on the internet. You put my wife's, your children are open game. I put the picture of your grandchildren on the internet. You put accusation of me and my family and my wife. It's my prerogative to respond. I put them underneath prostitutes, abused, child abuse. You told me my wife is a dopey. At least she's cleaner than you using your children for prostitution. Do it, serve it. We got more. This is not a personal. Now I went for Alan Sterling. That wasn't personal. I went for the others who are spending time in different prisons for child abuse. You are not the only one. I take you. Keep your web page on. We need it because we need psychological pattern which you shown how you behave. You did the best thing for us. I put the picture of all your family, your wife, as a collaborator, your daughters, your children, your grandchildren, especially the little girl. I was wondering why your daughters always hold her back in the room. I've seen her twice with you. Now I understand. Fingers move the wrong way, doesn't it, Mr. Lawrence? See your pictures. You're an open game. You started it, we finish it because we let you start it because we had to finish people like you. I'm looking forward. Take us to court. Very much. I make sure you don't move from nowhere. Do you know why you say I'm still free? Because you never could imagine to stay free with so much I know that you could travel around. Now I lock you down in your own house. Where is it? 11th floor? London is not too far, is it, in a tower? You put it on the internet, you publish your address, you're an open game. How many children have you trafficked from Germany and Eastern Bloc? Keshe Foundation stands for children from now on because we can't have peace if we don't give peace to our children. Now you understand why I let you write whatever you like. You put the name of your daughter on the internet against me. Now, would you like to see the picture of your daughter in front of a prostitute on a window in Antwerp? You're quite welcome. I said to my team, it's below us to release it, but the others can. It's her pages asking for 6-year-old children because Papa still controls. She's a decoy. From a picture on a website to a prostitute area in Antwerp is all the same. You use your children to get children. And this is normal with pedophiles. Release her address, release the pictures of your grandchildren, and then we don't do it. You had 24 hours. You were very quick to answer everywhere and go on the press. Now, release the address of your daughter. the prostitute area of Antwerp. Then it shows your pattern. I bring Goget on the line. Then she will tell Saul. That's why she disconnected from you. Your pervertish sexual behavior towards children. If the dentist knew what you've done to his son, God help everybody else. You want me to open more? I open more, but step by step. Release the address of your daughter in Red Light District. 24 hours, 48 hours, we ask for it every day till you do. And every day you don't do, we release the picture of one of your children, your grandchildren, everything else, because this is the way you've done. You brought my family in, you're quiet, my family is the Keshe Foundation. You insulted everybody on the Keshe Foundation family. So we are free to do. We release it on your website, not on ours. We don't commit ourselves to any criminality. But we put it out, we need to save these people from the abuse. We don't release them for nothing. Sophie is a nice name, not for sofas. Alan Sterling walked when I released, and I told him we know his children were his victims. He walked into the police station, handed himself over. You do the same. Walk in and hand yourself over. The way Alan Sterling, at least he was a man, he could stand. I did wrong, I abused my children. He's got a life solidarity. You deserve the same. I give you that much chance. Mr. Lorenz, don't let me put Sophie on the sofa for public to see. Walk in, hand yourself over, and finish with the biggest pedophile chain in Europe. Nobody knew why you keep on promoting your hypnotism. Now we know. This is the responsibility of Keshe Foundation supporters. We have to support children, otherwise the next generation will become another mess. All the finance support, all the income of the Keshe Foundation goes to support these institutes, organizations and the families, that this does not get repeated. I have more about you, Mr. Lorenz. I advise you, walk into the police station, hand yourself over, and release the address of your daughter. I don't do anything legal. I'm not making a threat. This is on the internet. Whatever we release is on the internet. It's a public knowledge. We just bring it forward. You put the picture of the golf club. You put the pictures of your art. And now we show you more. We show you much, much more. It's our job. Part of the peace, having one nation means to protect from the fish in the sea, from the dog on the street, from the child in the cradle, to the old man in bed who's sick. I change the ethos of the man in one way, the correct conduct. We have to be positive. We have to change, and we have the knowledge to do it. We have the financial support to do it. We have the structure to do it, and we release more and more, that we get trust back in ourselves. By putting so much rubbish, trying to distract us not to show what people do, they thought they have succeeded. Governments have closed their eyes to this. I don't tell you, Mr. Lorenz, to take your things you've written about me on the net. Keep it there, because we can show how pedophiles work. I need it to be there, because then I show how devious you people are, and how we have to protect our children, how we have to protect society, how you write and threaten the children. I was wondering why everybody who came to support Keshe Foundation, you call their children, because it's your way. Now it shows another pattern. It's you and your team which calls people to threaten children. Now you see, Mr. Lorenz, there's a direct pattern. We will write, we will do. Please, Keshe Foundation supporters, write to the police in Belgium. to the Interpol, to Holland, to Belgium, everywhere you can, and release his name and his address and show all his videos. Use where we found out facts about Dirk and tell him this is what he does. He shows a pattern of behavior, a psychopath, a sick man. And then with him, we most probably discovered 200,000 or 300,000 people. The biggest pedophile group who they hypnotize. I have to go. Sorry to be like this, but I start protecting everything possible. We have to do it. We have to understand it. I try to come back in today. We are doing so much that when we announce in coming days, after Tuesday, Wednesday, that you'll be proud to be a human being. You'll be proud to be born at this age that you can make the difference. You'll be proud to be as a part of the structure after millions of years can change humanity for better. Through your soul, through your wish, through understanding the power we carry as human beings. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Keshe. Okay. Caroline, are you there?
Yes, my darling. To all my darling. Good afternoon, good morning, good night. Whatever time zone you're present at this moment, I would like to post something in the chat room, Rick. It is coherent with what Mr. Keshe brought. Topolice, please. I'm gonna post it in public. Maybe you can pick it up then to share, because I don't know how to get it to you unless going through. It's already been translated in 2 languages that I know, and I posted them out. In Germany by Caroline, and Ruti has translated it already in Chinese. So I've been urging the council members in the background to translate it into their own language. I don't want to take a screenshot of it because maybe it might be too small, but if you can pick it up, Rick, and bring it to the front so we can read the wishes of the councils, that would be very nice. Thank you. That will be our starting point for today. And it's a beautiful starting point. Can you manage, Rick?
I'm not sure if it's in the Zoom chats of the councils, or is it in the
this
Facebook?
Chat room. No, it's in this chat room.
This
where
chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, good.
I got the computer wizard to move things easily around.
No, that's perfect. I can put that in a text file and make it a bit bigger.
Yes, that was my intent, because otherwise the letters are so small that I can't even read it.
Yeah.
I hope you have all your supplies of your coffees, your teas, your comfortable sofas or chairs. We are going through a new chapter in the peace treaty. And I hope you haven't forgotten your mirrors this morning. How many people have the big smile on their face to start the day? I have.
I'll never look at a mirror the same again, Caroline.
That's my point, Rick. That's my point. And please remind me to go back to the topic of the energy creating between the hands, because people have missed the point yet. Yesterday I noticed, but it was too late, and I don't want to keep you going when we go near closing time, I give you the time to rest. So I wanted to bring it up this morning with a fresh mind and a fresh start. So do please remind me what I explained about learning how to see your own energy fields. Something very important is in there, and I think it skipped the 2 motions as well.
Okay, let me put that what you suggested up share it here.
Yep.
This is what you want, correct?
Yes, I'm gonna try to see. Yes, I can read it perfectly, I hope. This is the wish from the councils. It's coming from the Universal Council because of the topics which were floating around in the blueprint for peace teaching. We worked immediately on it. We did not hesitate to start. We will try to finish the letter for planet Earth tonight. And please don't change the screen because otherwise I can't read it anymore. It will remove from my screen. We wish to elevate the souls of those who have the understanding of right and wrong, for them not to inflict any physical or other harms on any children. Universal Council. We create a protection field for the children who are not in a position to defend themselves. Universal Council. We wish to elevate the souls of those who have been victims of abuse to free them from any suffering. Universal Council. And we wish that the Keshe Foundation banking system to have effect from the day of creation to provide equality for every single soul on this planet, and humanity will sustain this abundance. Universal Council. The first three are the wishes in connection of what is going on in the abuse of our children. I am present.
I am present. Gatwa from Kenya.
I am present. Rick from Canada.
Present.
I am present. Vince from Canada.
I am present. Flint from the United States of America.
I am present. Chandra Kokashi from Hungary.
I am present. John from Argentina.
Rick, if you can read the ones which come and confirm I am present in the chat room, please. Is that possible, Rick?
Yes, I just had my microphone off, so it was hard for you to hear me say them. We have Boris, who says, I am present. We have Willie. We have Krasimir, Yvonne, Ruthie, Marcin, Katja, Raphael, Marie, Freed, Pia, Dissident, Bernard, Peter, Gregory from the United States. Peter was from Australia, actually Bernard from South Australia. Cardasia from Romania. Dennis from Hawaii. Thomas from Switzerland. Corey from Australia. Andreas. Peggy from USA, Theo from Romania, Lucas from Czech Republic, Joseph from Austria, Valerie from Tenerife, Caroline from Austria, Mark, Theodore, Chen from Taiwan, Eva, Jose from Holland, Tony from Austria, Zena, Pim, Dennis says Je suis présent from Canada, Ekmar from Germany, Brett from Australia, Zoltan from Hungary, Pierre from Norway, Dennis, Doug from Murwillumbah, Ted from US, Klaus from Austria, Walja, Peter from the USA, Mark from Detroit, Christian from Germany, Adrian from USA, Ekmar from Germany, Matthias from Togo, Eric from Denmark, Dietmar from Germany, James, who says wholeheartedly present, Wolfshut from Germany, Eva from Switzerland, Martin, Cayman from Austria, Soraya from Switzerland, John from UK, Jigbani from Togo. That was in the Zoom chat. And if I go to the live stream chat, we have Boniface, Steve from Canada, Wolfgang from Germany, Lee says I am present, Theo, Laws, I am present from England, Thomas, Con says I'm present from Australia, and Trevor present from Los Angeles. Now there may be, Jacqueline from Luxembourg and Piotr from Poland, Nicholas from the USA, Giuliano from Luxembourg, and Luigi says I am present. Marie from Germany, and Mark. Perhaps there's more. You see, I'm getting other messages here. Okay, I'm from YouTube. Joan says I am present. Andrew, Florin, Wilson, Moselina from Switzerland, Holly from Australia, and So that was from the live, or from the YouTube. We've got from the KF SSI private classes group. Jack says, I am present. Dennis, Virgil, and that brings us back to 6 attendees with their hands up who probably want to say they're present too. And also back to the chat, Zoltan from Transylvania for the last one that I can see right now. But as soon as I end one list, the next list starts in again, and we got 6.5 billion more people to go. So we might be here a while, Caroline.
You know, Rick, the ones which appeared up till now, we do respect the ones which can not be brought forward, as Rick was stating, Topoli, that we might spend the whole teaching, which would be absolutely amazing. But I wanted to make sure your voices, or as much, just 1 second, I have a little boy which really is going nuts today.
Well, actually, that's the one voice we forgot.
Thank
We
you.
forgot to include Topoli in the list. I think he very much asserted his presence.
I'm back, I think. Hello.
Yes, I was just saying that that's the one being that we didn't include was Topoli. He should be included because he's definitely been asserting his presence, and maybe we should acknowledge that.
Yes, I think so too.
He can represent all animal beings.
Which are abused on daily basis. Thank you, Topoli. You're a beautiful boy. Thank you. I wanted to make sure that we do appreciate your acknowledgement, your presence, your expression, because it touches all your hearts to make sure these wishes will start going from the minute you confirmed, because you're all touched with your own inner child and you recognize whatever has happened and took place in your own childhood, that you can change the path. You took the tools today through the wishes of the council to make sure we pay it forward to our children or next generations. Thank you so much for every single one to confirm. And we do acknowledge, because in all the chat rooms, whoever has acknowledged and hasn't been brought forward, it is registered. You are stated as you are present. Thank you so much. The second wish has been constructed with what Mr. Keshe brought forward in respect to one of Rick's wishes, that we will change the bank. We will create a new way. I will not go into details because I will leave that to Mr. Keshe, how he will explain how this will go into operation. But as he is working on it, I brought it forward, and there was quite some confusion about it because it will not exist as in the monetary system as today. It will be a totally new concept. That's why we created this wish on different bases, because I have to explain this to all of you. We wish the Keshe Foundation banking system to have full effect from the day of its creation. That means we are working on it, and from the minute it opened its doors, that it will be able to provide so plenty and so much an equality for every single soul. It means we touch every soul in need, that it will be there because we are already paying it forward in our wish to create a path, that the foundation will receive all the support, all the connection, all the platforms it needs to be created. From the minute it opens that gate, every single soul on earth will be touched. Second part is that then I wanted to create a sustained abundance from the humanity and through the humanity, that we can keep this flowing with no end. So that there is understanding and that the input and the work, because of our paying forward and our wish of what we create now at this moment, will be as perfect as we can launch it. And that we can keep on making sure to sustain. This was wish number 4. And I give the honor to Mr. Keshe. When he opens the doors, when he's ready, you will all come to understand how much he has been and brought all the knowledge together to create such a dome of comfort for every single soul. It needs time to work out. It needs time, but it's not far away. Please close your eyes and go within your inner sight and create the I am present in this wish. Thank you so much. You can type it out, and I hope to remember to bring this wish again when Mr. Keshe opens the doors. We can accelerate it again. Thank you all. We're going to go to the next topic, and this is the energy. Yesterday, the 2 motions were so friendly and kind to come to give you a structure of what they've been taught. And then Mr. Keshe came and added so much more to it. And then I start realizing, as he was explaining, that the concept was already there from when I started explaining, because Mr. Keshe initiated that I brought this forward because the way I work with it. But now I can connect it, and now I understand more that when I explain to you, when you can create that energy ball, it is you who's working with your intent. And I do need to confirm again that you delay yourself when you start going through the breathing technique. So if there are more questions about how to create this or how to exercise this, please feel welcome to come and bring your questions forward, or listen back to the presentation of yesterday. Then you can connect what I explained to Dr. Guata, and then the part of the motions, and then the part of Mr. Keshe, and then you will be able to see the fields interacting of understanding which path you can take. The easiest path is if you work with your own fields. And I hope one day that when we have a screen and we can appear in a classroom as before, we can go through it again if needed, if people have not grasped how to do it. I can give you one tip. If you still haven't understood it, James Redfield has brought it into his book, The Celestine Prophecy. I am in full gratitude of James Redfield because he was the first one who opened the door for me to learn. And this is exactly what I try to keep on bringing back. The gratitude for the ones who walk in our path before us. They pay it already forward. So I could bring it back into this teaching. But the gratitude is going to Mr. James Redfield. He has touched so many souls. But maybe now people will be able to understand in a different way how to develop yourself. Because he's a great guidance. I've been trying to invite him to come into the Keshe Foundation. When the time is right, he will appear. I've been trying to get so many others who have been teaching and are great teachers in each of their own level to come and join to teach you more. So we open the door for them to be welcome, to come and share their knowledge, to expand humanity on their path of knowledge. Thank you. Eric, can we finally go to your letter which you wrote so beautiful with your personal expression of the blueprint?
Sure, yeah, we can do that. Just a second here.
Everybody can type their questions and Rick will keep an eye on them in the background. If you want more information, we are gladly to open the discussion level on it. No problem.
Okay, just getting it lined up here. That's more or less it. Okay, so this is the letter that I sent off to Prime Minister of Canada.
Rick, it's not shared here, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that worked already. Let's try it again. Can you see that okay?
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Vince. Okay, yeah, so this is the letter that I sent off to the Prime Minister of Canada, the Right Honorable Justin Trudeau. And I'll just read the letter and I'll take it from there, I guess. So it's the Right Honorable Justin Trudeau, Office of Prime Minister of Canada, 80 Wellington Street, Ottawa, Ontario. Dear Honorable Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, due to recent technological developments on a quest that is far greater than anything previously experienced on Earth, as evolving humans, we now have the desire and the ability to leave our Earth nest. As evolving souls, we have matured to the point of accepting that responsibility. We also have the ability and desire to clean up our Earth, to generate independent energy, and to create vibrant health and prosperity. We accept that responsibility too. The only prerequisite needed is global peace. There is a positive way forward based on the Blueprint for Peace for Humanity initiated by the Keshe Foundation, and specifically the signing of the World Peace Treaty on August 2nd, 2017. See attached info. Let's move the document up. We are moving towards a kinder, gentler world where weapons of war are not tolerated and in fact have become technologically obsolete. As an evolving leader, your signature on the World Peace Treaty signifies to other world leaders that a monumental change has occurred. Please sign the World Peace Treaty to help humanity advance the goal of world peace. This is a simple request, and because you are a leader of leaders, I know your heart has this wish. To sign this document is one small step for a man, but a giant leap for all humanity. From my heart to yours, Rick Cramond. So that's my little letter to the Prime Minister there.
Thank you, Rick, for sharing. I know a lot of knowledge seekers have printed and written this kind of personal letters. And I hope you all bring them forward to be published on the Facebooks and in the teachings. Make sure they're looked after. I posted the link out where you can bring them forward. And then the webmaster can see in which category or how we can respect your letters of your expression to your leaders. As we are in the Blueprint Teaching Week, I would love to ask how many people have looked in the mirror this morning to create their cup full of joy? And how do you experience this kind of you manifesting yourself in the mirror? Can anybody come forward to share it, please? Anyone that can step forward with their impression of their mirror? It's confirming. Who will be the first one, please? I can say that I looked in my mirror this morning and I've been walking with a smile on my face. And I try to hold on to it, although sometimes in a flick of a second you can lose it. But you have to readjust yourself to go back to that image. And it feels good.
Hello, Caroline. It's Doug again from Australia here. And just a few days ago, I went rummaging through old photographs with Trish, my wife, and I found an old photograph of myself as a 1-year-old or between 1 and 2 years old, sitting on a blanket and holding a little ball and smiling. And it was taken by my mother or by a photographic studio. But there I was, just between 1 and 2 years old, smiling, innocent, no conditioning, just fresh into the world. And I took the picture, I scanned it, and I made it put it into the computer. And I look at it now and I see myself. And since the mirror has been mentioned, I look in the mirror, and even though I see a wrinkly old fellow, I still see that person, that image of myself as that 1-year-old, between 1 and 2 years old, sitting and smiling, and everything was new and everything was fantastic and interesting at that moment. And it's just wonderful. I am still a child, even if my physicality has grown 63 years, I'm still essentially the same soul that I was then. And I'll be that same soul and evolve as that soul forever. And it's just wonderful now that we can talk about these things honestly and openly. And it's just a privilege to be here to share with everyone. And I hope everyone looks into their mirror image and sees their little child as they were when they first manifested in this physicality, and keep that with them wherever they go in eternity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The funny thing is that a lot of people, when they go through their birthdays, especially when they're growing older, they say, but I don't feel the change inside. I'm still the same from when you reach the level of maturity. It's like it doesn't move. It's just your physicality which is changing. But in your inner being, you have the same source of energy, you have the same beauty of pleasure. You would still move mountains, you still want to make love, you still want to do so many things, you know, that you're not limited. But it's the physicality which has started limiting yourself, but because of the condition. And through this teaching, which was happening yesterday, to create your own energy fields, to use the mirror reflection to say and confirm, to elevate your soul that your cup of life is full by joy, you will change your physicality and even remove the physical difficulties, the physical way of aging. Maybe even if you come to this special state, you might even reverse the process to come and stay within your maturity, which is equal to the maturity of your soul. These are not fantastic creations that, you know, maybe, no. They are present today. They are in and within your reach. It's just, we started with the first step to watch in the mirror and to fill up your cup. Your cup is your soul. And when your soul is full, it will start shining. With this shining and its brightness, then you become the master of your physicality, because you will start in coherence, communicating one with another, and then you can manifest the way you want to express yourself freely. This is the freedom you're creating through your cup, which is full, which is your soul, which is actually always been in charge of you. So we just need to rewire to understand the language of the soul. And we have given you so many different paths, how to do it, how to achieve it. But I think the magic sits in the reflection of yourself, because through your eyes, you directly speak to your soul. It cannot hide, and you cannot hide from it. Come in open terms through your eyes with yourself. Heal the parts that needs to be healed, or remove the parts you no longer need, and reposition yourself, because your cup is full. You have so much plenty to give. When the giving process can start to yourself first, then the healing process within yourself can start too. And that's when you will start feeling more comfortable in your physicality. And then you can start creating your wishes, as we just shown how wishes are there in the first place. You become a creator of yourself because we are receiving through all the knowledge, the tools to literally, physically recreate our path of physicality, our environment, and how we're going to walk and experience this world. The more souls that come to understand and apply how to replenish their cup of life, which they are themselves, you are already feeling it. I've never seen so many people stepping forward as today, that Rick is even scared that he can go on for hours. That's how beautiful the foundation family of souls is uniting. You all are walking the path. With those 3 wishes and the 4th one, we have paid it forward for our next generations, the present generations, and all the ones which are handicapped and are not functioning very well in our society. We have even brought those under our protection wings. That's how beautiful creatures you have all become today. And we will just keep on increasing the understanding how we can expand our fields more, because we all have filled up our cup this morning, so we have plenty to give today. So please come forward and share your filling of your plenty of joy and beauty. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, Caroline. This is Gatu.
Doctor, good afternoon.
Yes, good morning. It's still, oh yeah, good afternoon. I get mixed up.
Morning, afternoon, it doesn't matter.
Yes, but it's afternoon. I would like to say that I started yesterday looking at myself in the mirror and saying all the good things about myself, which is kind of interesting because traditionally we are not supposed to quote unquote blow our own trumpet, as they say, as the saying goes. But in any case, I congratulated myself for the various successes that I've had recently, including changing the color of my hair, which is not complete, but it's getting there. And only at the temples now remain. And instead of just a smile, or prolonged laughter, for me, I laughed so hard that my ribs were in pain, and not bad pain, very good pain, if there is anything like that. But in this case, feel very happy, and because I felt very happy yesterday, I called a friend this morning and told her to do the same, to look at herself in the mirror and say how beautiful, say to the image that she sees in the mirror, how beautiful it is and how great she is, that she's not the only one who recognizes that. I don't have a report of her report, but hopefully I'll share her report soon. But in any case, personally, I'm very happy, and we'll see where this goes. I'll be doing that every day. I'm doing that occasionally. It's not just in the morning or in the evening. Every time I go close to that mirror, I jump in and say all the good things and all the successes I have had in life. Thank you very much. I hope that helps somebody else to come forward. Thank you.
That is absolutely beautiful, because we are moving and breaking down those brick walls of being institutionalized, not to pay attention to yourself because you might be arrogant, You're not supposed to idealize yourself. You're not supposed to be proud of yourself. And this has been put from very early age, because then you can't stand as a proud in your own field who you are. So we are removing these fields. And I'm so happy you brought it forward, because I had to explain this to a very, very nice lady yesterday. Because I always get the buts, and I'm not supposed to do this, or I'm not supposed to talk about myself. Why can't you not love yourself? Why? Who on earth has even explained this to you? You have the right to be beautiful. You are supposed to be the first one to ignite your light. Because you don't show yourself, that's how you get physically into problem. You're supposed to step forward and confirm who you are, what you are, and how beautiful you are. But this is a learning path. And we will increase this learning path in every teaching possible. And I hope the teachers and the knowledge seekers and the students and the public which is present, please write it down. Explain it as Dr. Guata, that people can pick it up in reading. Please do spread and pay it forward, so you can touch so many souls that will realize, my God, I can stand in a mirror and I can look at myself and see how beautiful I am. Because it makes you to smile that you never saw yourself. You never acknowledge yourself, which is a very foolish thing to do, isn't it? That realization that, my God, I am moving myself forward in the existing path. Yes, you are. And your light will start shining because you carry the cup of smile and pleasure. So please come forward and share more how this experience has touched you and how you're breaking down your walls from wherever they came. Anybody else?
Hello, Caroline.
Yes.
My name is Mark. I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Yes.
I have so much to say. I have so little time. My soul and my love is so deep right now. It can't even, I can't go to sleep right now because my soul is so energized right now. It's Tuesday. I'm a member of the Rick's group, the Keshe Reactor group, and it was a lot of information and love that was shared between us and friends, and just such a warm feeling. And I'm just so happy to be part of this that I wish I could just put my arms around everybody and say thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart and soul. That is so alive. I more than I've ever felt before in my entire existence here. I'm 58 and I'm so happy. If nothing else more existed in my life today, I would just say thank you for everybody that shares the love and the energy that is shared, and the movement that we have, and the energy that your husband has given us the opportunity to share with this entire universe. And I could tell so many stories that give so much joy to me and would probably give so much joy to so many other people. I would just like to say, I am present. I am here. And I would just like to say thank you so very, very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing. And please share your message with so many others. Touch their souls by bringing them in front of a mirror. Let them realize how beautiful they are. That can be the most beautiful gift you can ever give to a soul. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Are there more hands raised up, Rick, somewhere?
I can share the experience to every time I pass the mirror. I say, hello, beauty.
You are Pim?
Yes, I am Pim, Belgium. And yes, it's always a big smile, but what I feel is that the last week, 2 weeks, there is really a deep change in feeling the happiness and allow it to be and allow to expand because society, as you say, don't allow to be beautiful and to tell that about yourself because it's always called the ego. And at the same time I do under the shower, I told already, but what happens also if you do that is you load up the water in you, and that is a big percentage of water drops in yourself. You load them up with that beautiful words, whatever you need to give to yourself to confirm yourself. And my dog Cruz is present also to confirm that. So you load the water in yourself. If you look in the mirror, it's like you see not always only yourself, but you see the bubble around yourself. You feel the loading of the joy, of the beauty, of such a talent you have. And it's good to do it all the time, to not lose it in a moment. And also what I want to give is, if in the shower, I come back to the shower, or if you do the dishes in the kitchen, if you have no time or budget to shower, you do the dishes and you talk to the water and you say, oh, you are so beautiful, and you rinse all what I have here, and I love you so much. And then you put the chup out of the and the water goes into the village, into the system to rinse it, and it goes back as cleaned water, but it's still charged with your beautiful words in it, and it go through the water that come in the houses. So you don't give it only to yourself, you don't give it only to the stage around you that you not see, but that you visualize. You give so much, and by that giving, after that, if you do such things, and it's good that we talk about it every day, to do it again and again and again, and to find the little moments to do it again, because to hold it, the strength of that field, and to expand, so that we can touch each other. And I also want to confirm surely I want to confirm now the wish for the children on earth. And I try to look with the group what we can send it to, if we have all the links with the information to officials and ministers, and I don't know where we can put it on to ask that they look at it for once, because there is a lot of tolerance and a lot of bad energy in Belgium. I can feel that too, and now I understand my purpose here is to change something, and I will try to do it safe, on a safe way, of course. But we need in Belgium, we need your support. So do it with us. It's not only the little group here who can bring the change. Do it from your country, as you wrote to your Prime Minister, please. Can we make a letter together in the councils, who as well think about the words, so they can, that is not an attacking, but it is really a true demand for changing and for a look at that I don't know how to call such thing. It's not a human. It's there is no word, and I will not find one. So can you please help us and support us?
Thank you, Pim. We will, darling. Don't worry. Because I'm born in that country and I have 2 sons born in that country. I am not ashamed being a Belgian. No way. I confirm my existence because I have the right. But it doesn't mean that we just ignore the facts of certain positions in our country. And we can change it, and we are changing it. Those 3 above wishes will affect not only Belgium, because it's a worldwide phenomenon. We have only one which is more extremely active than so many others. So we will clean up. We will maneuver the energies to reach those whoever needs it, to remind them that have been brought up with the ethic, the difference between right and wrong. As humanity, each single soul worldwide is aware of that phenomenon. Inside, you know. We just have activated that button through that wish. They will be more than aware before they make that choice. Because we already created. We are paying it forward for our children. And even the children which are today born to, and we already brought them in our protection shield. So we will give that wish to the universe. And as we have requested help from the universal councils and the universal communities, please do support us to pay it forward for our children. We call in at any assistance to make sure we reach every single soul, because there are many in need. And we thank you for your presence. Thank you, Pim. We will do, darling, don't worry.
Thank you, Carolina.
As I am a Universal Council member for the just Dutch-speaking Nederlandstalige language, I taken my responsibility. And I stand for I am present. Don't worry. You don't need to worry. I know your heart is crying, the same as my heart is crying. But we cannot demolish a whole country because of a few. So we are in the majority to make sure we still can stand as a proud nation as we are. How small, it doesn't matter. We count. That's why I stand in the mirror and I can confirm myself on 2 levels. I have no shame where I came from. But maybe this tiny little country will show the path and pay it forward through what it's going to go through to show the path for so many other countries to restrict themselves from this kind of behavior, to prevent it. And this is our task, Pim. So you should be glad that we can at least be as an example. It might not really be very comfortable, but I have no shame. Why should I? If I can be an example through a painful path to pay it forward for my children and the world children, why should I be ashamed? Why should I have the fear? Why should I have to feel to be pushed in a corner? No, I will not allow this because I stand proud for who I am and what I am. But I'm glad and I'm proud to be an example for worldwide because we are not the only ones. And maybe because we are opening the gates of Belgium, a lot can see how such a little tiny country can bring the change for all of you countries. So I am proud. Don't worry. You should not be too. And the trust will be brought back because we are trustworthy. We're fighters, we're workers, we're hard workers. And through our hard work, we will make the balance to change.
We are buffaloes.
Who's this, please?
I'm Mark from Detroit, and I was raised in a buffalo family.
My God, you know how to push.
I know a little bit. My grandma was from Rutherford. I know a little bit of Flemish. I know the Belgian people. My grandma was a beautiful woman. She gave her life even when it was the worst of times. She brought happiness to the Belgian people even when they were invaded. She owned an inn, the White Swan Inn in Rutherford. If I'm saying
Rutherford.
Rutherford, yes. The
Rutherford.
Yes, thank you. I'm American. I'm from Detroit.
No problem. You wandered far away from your bird nest. Nice to hear you.
Thank you. I hold her deep within my heart. I carry her love.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
It's Magnus.
Hi, Magnus. Where are you from?
I'm from Iran. I live in France. And I have another nickname, which is Zina. I wanted from bottom of my heart thank you, Mr. Keshe, and all people who help you for, I think, all the things Mr. Keshe said to defend the children, which is such a painful subject that nobody can touch it. I think it should be written with golden ink in the history. Every heart, my heart is painful for how children are being disrespected these days with laws. Like the things they teach them in some countries at 4, 5 about sexuality. My heart is painful. I don't watch TV. I have no TV. I don't listen to information because what Mr. Keshe and you with the courage taking the flag to save not only these children, which are the first generation victims, they are lost forever, but the next generation, which these people become mother and father, those children are saved also. But because a mother who has been molested or whatever, at least, cannot raise a child with healthy attitude. So it's just helping humanity for next generation. I really think these words you are saying are just have to be written with golden inks. That is saving a lot of us from the pain of what we see about the children. That, I mean, they are attacking the line of adults and children. They're taking the innocence of children out with the name of liberty, freedom. I mean, freedom. Freedom of what? Attacking the smallest one, the weakest one now in their own lands? I mean, who is weaker than a child? So I thank you very much for this, which is one of my, really, you are attacking all my problems. And after the war, because I feel the pain of mothers who lose their children and cry. I hear them. It's like I hear them. So with peace, that pain would be gone. We can be more happy. And with children, if they can give dignity and respect, and the line of childhood be respected, I will be more than happy. So we can live happy as adults. So I really appreciate it for us and for the generation after. That's a big step and big courage, and you are paying it with all these difficulties. Thank you very much. And as far as mirror, we are the victims of the generation who had taboo on beauty and sex and scene and like the girls who want to be beautiful and charming and with a lot of likes sometimes in some countries, and sometimes the weak people, the men who understand it badly, and they try to get into the line of these children, and that child is always afraid of showing it or talking to the mothers, which are having probably problems with this sort of things again in their childhood. So these whole generations makes the human beings which are afraid to show how they are beautiful or whatever. And it takes time that they look at themselves and they say, why should I? Since when I think like that? And then they remember, okay, that accident made me decide, because somewhere in the past we have decided that my beauty was not going for the values, or my beauty is causing me problem. And that is behind this wish that we have now to prosper and be beautiful. So what you're doing is almost like a sort of psychological health that we try to clean these these other intentions we had against ourselves. That we say, okay, it's moral, it's okay to take care of yourself and love yourself. It's not bad, it's not egoistic attitude, and you don't hurt anybody if you think about yourself. It doesn't mean you don't care about others. It means that you have the right to exist. And I think all these battlefields that you and Mr. Keshe and people who are with you are doing, it's just so amazing. We have to think 2-3 days to really grasp everything, because we are not used to people who fight for us. People say they are fighting for us, but it's always for some other thing behind it, or just it's not really effective. So thank you very much from myself, my mothers, and our children, that can be safe as a human, as God created them, each one with their talents, and that they can prosper and get the best of themselves instead of just hiding themselves or minimizing themselves. Thank you, Madame Carolina, for your nice and gracious help.
You're more than welcome, darling. I'm also a mother, and I also have a mother, and I also have a grandmother and a great-grandmother that I used to know. So I know and I've seen the line of my family, and I was in touch with them, and I've seen how their life from where they were to the point where my life is now, and my children's life. And somehow I made a switch in early age, somewhere in my subconscious, most probably, or it was a decision with me and my soul, I don't know. But to make sure nobody would touch my children. My children have never been in other people's hands. They were always protected. Our youngest one has maybe spent 2 days, 3 days maximum, until a few months ago, out of the house. He was always 24/24 with us, around us. The time I have not had him with me was when he was present in school, and the abuse was more than huge. So we removed him out of the school in Belgium, which you all know about. And then that is where the point where I made sure that he gets homeschooled. Now he's reached to an age that I want to connect him in a good school where I know I trust them because their ethos is correct. Now we have to touch the children in the school as well to carry that ethos among each other and for each other. So when I go back and the school time starts, this is one of the first things I will bring among the attention of the directors and the teachers, to start the classroom with a mirror effect. I will teach the children to make sure they are beautiful and they know they are beautiful. They do not have to walk with the burdens on their shoulders, that their reflection somewhere is distorted. So if we already teach this whole summer period our children the exercise to watch in the mirror and what an effect it has and the purpose for it, we already touch before the school years open up again. That's why I am asking so many to share, to exchange how you can create this abundance, to pay it forward for the children, that more children can realize they exist. I'm so grateful that you have brought the whole explanation, because hearing it from some other mother, it is so beautiful that you have understood that you are the change. The beautiful thing is that every single wish will be confirmed within 14 days. So you do not need to wait for a lifetime when you will start noticing the changes. So please bring forward whatever comes across your path of these first changes. Please do, because we will plaster the confirmation of these wishes. We will bring them forward, because as a majority, we count. We will show the world where our creation of paying it forward for our children is making the waves of the path to walk. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Can I just abuse the time and say something which my father used to say?
Yes.
In Iran, there was a Shah whose name was Nader Shah. He was the one. He went to India and took the famous diamond of Kuenu, Mountain of Life, the biggest diamond in the world, which is in England, I think. It was a big, big diamond. He took that. He was very courageous. And one day he sees a soldier who's very courageous. He goes and do things. He said, where were you before in other battles which the other kings just couldn't fight, and we lost a lot of part of the country? Where were you? And the soldier said, I was there, but you were not there. So I think we were there. You were not there before. Like
No.
we could do things in our little surrounding, but with you, it takes another dimension, and we have the right to be stronger for these battles.
The beautiful thing is, I'm not important. I make you as the majority stronger. That's what is important. Because I'm part of you, you're part of me. So there is no difference between you and me and so many other people. It's just we are making aware that you're part of me and I'm part of you. You have to exist for me to be confirmed that I exist. So I honor you. If Rick could bring the Gandhi forward on the screen, if you analyze the depth of what that man spoke and the way he phrased it, then you will understand we are no different. We are all from the same soul, from the same source. We are just vibrating in a different energy level. But that's all. Because I created thee in the image of myself, but I'm pointing with my finger to you and to every single other knowledge seeker, because how could I exist if you would not exist? And you created me to confirm to you that I exist. So there is no difference. You created me and I created you for the vice versa, that we can confirm towards each other because we are present. You exist. I exist because of you. the beautiful thing is now, in this whole who you are, if you take responsibility of your own creation, this is exactly what you're getting taught through the knowledge. Take responsibility of your existence. I take my responsibility of what I created in my existence, which is you all and everything. I'm present.
Right, right. The thing is, like this thing about you create your future, honestly, I know it about 15 years maybe. And I was telling around me, just do this and you create. But I couldn't wish something for me normally because it has to come from my stomach, and I could wish for something. I knew how to create that for somebody in problem, but I had no desire to do something like that really for myself. Maybe now I can use that creation of reality for myself because I don't have to be afraid of anything. Uh, like you are asserting that I can go. So why should I not go? Why should I stop myself? And what you do is you take us all from the whole this world, and you unite us. And if it was not you and Mr. Keshe and people around you, we could never become a whole like this, to be encouraged and that we have right to express ourselves. We were just isolated islands. We could never do anything efficient. And that's your courage, whatever you explain it, and Mr. Cash, who did such an honor for the earth to save us in the right moment, because the children had no right. In some countries, in Iran, they're okay. They use the good education from radio, television, the really high standard of psychological education, because they really love children and science in Iran. These people adore science, adore educating children, love their children, especially mothers. But in our part, children are just let go in front of TV videos and these voices of liberty, the men who think even child abuse in a normal, in Oxford, they have had papers about child abuse is a normal variation of human habits. Can you imagine that? How did we get? So it was really out of my tolerance of why innocence of children are not respected. They are child, they have no idea what sexuality is. Why should we teach them in school? In 5 years, 4 years. This was too hard for me. And thanks your actions, maybe we can save them before they become victims.
You are so welcome. If Rick could please read what I just asked him to bring forward on the screen. Because when you look in the mirror and you say this kind of prayer from Gandhi, you will have even a different effect, because it says it all within these few words. You have no imagine. You cannot imagine when you start saying this in the mirror to yourself, you will be astonished. because it will bring a sense of a different level to you, because through this you will take your responsibility of your existence. Please, Rick. Thank you.
Okay, it goes. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. I see your beauty. I hear your need. I feel your feelings. My wisdom flows from the highest source. I salute that source in you. Let us work together for unity and peace. And that was Mahatma Gandhi.
Now, if you offer yourself this I brought back because in the yesterday last part of the presentation, this came very eminent. If you, pardon, if you analyze the phrases, when you stand in the mirror, and as the gentleman, the second motion which came on board, was explaining, I offer you peace because you look yourself in the eyes, which means your physicality with your soul. I offer you love is confirming how much you care about yourself. I offer you friendship, which means the coherency between feel and male presence in your body, vice versa, the yin and the yang. I see your beauty, which you confirm by saying how beautiful you are when you create such a big smile in your face. I hear your need, meaning you have started listening to yourself. I feel your feelings, which is the expression of this big laughter of Dr. Guatta this morning. My wisdom flows from the highest source, which means you allow your soul gate to open up into your physicality, vice versa, by acknowledging it, embracing it, respecting it, and expressing it. Salute that source in you, which means you acknowledge you're a source of creation. You're a source of everything above. Let us work together is again a confirmation that you are present and that you can start communicating vice versa, yin yang, whatever name you want to call it. Your physicality, which is your vessel, from your soul, between your soul, to reunite, to acknowledge that. For unity and peace. And this is not meant to no one else, but only to yourself. As Mr. Keshe said, when the peace starts within you, you show it because you radiate peace outside. And this is why I brought it forward in Rome. And I connected two beautiful souls with when I brought this forward, which was Fabio and Naomi. Now, each one of you are as important to be in that picture when you present yourself in front of the mirror. And you go day by day repeating this beautiful, and I'm in full gratitude of Gandhi, because this is the path of the soul in its true essence and its physicality, materializing to give you the tools with the knowledge you have received, your physical body, and your true expressions of how you can deal and make the path to walk. I created you in the image of myself, because if you would not exist, how can I exist? And vice versa. So the soul has done the same. We're here to explore that path, to come to the most beautiful expression of ourselves, which our planet is already radiating blue, which is love. Now we can embrace our children. We can maneuver and create a new world. You have all the tools through this blueprint week to start working with it, practicing, sharing it. As you as knowledge seekers, I know 100% you will do. Because I've taken the responsibility of my creation, of my world, which is all of you. Thank you, Rick.
If I can abuse your time again, when you started reading the first few lines, I felt in my heart like I'm falling in love. Like I felt like my heart is over, my cup is over, like it's full, like when I fell in love. I felt like that when you started to read that, really, like I'm falling in love passionately. I don't know if it was because of those.
Because I confirm you exist, because I created you to be part of my existence, and I salute you.
I think we are honored. Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. Anybody else wants to come forward?
Hi, Caroline. It's Patrick from Belgium. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I just heard our friend Pim about the situation. I mean, it's almost shameful when you live in Belgium and you hear for all the time all that bad information about what's going on. I was thinking, is there something that we can do, that we can all work together, whole the Keshe Foundation work together to send the information out that is necessary to stop this? Yeah, it's a difficult situation, and it's difficult to stay happy when you hear all the bad.
Hello?
Hello. He
I
will
think
come.
you had a problem with this connection.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you.
We will. I'll confirm, and so many more knowledge seekers will. If there is a letter that can be brought forward in English as a template that we can use to write to all the links which were previous on the screen, then we can put our shoulders under it. Because the 4 wishes, the 3 top wishes, have put this in motion. So don't worry, Patrick. Don't feel abandoned, because we're all here. We're all present. But we have to let it go for the path to be created, for the energy to manifest itself. And within 14 days, we will start seeing the path of our wish. Thank you for bringing it forward. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Alberto. Hi.
Who?
This is Alberto from United States.
Good afternoon.
And I want to thank you for all the wonderful work that you've been doing. And also, I'd like to, I just love that Gandhi prayer. I love it. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. And I put President Trump's, the president of my country, his picture on my computer. And then I started reading that to him. Several times a day, I would read that prayer to him. But somehow I needed to make it more mine. So then I switched the words a little bit. And I'd like to read that to you here. This is what I started telling the presidents, the prime ministers, and the kings from my heart, I would say, I wish that you offer us peace. I wish that you offer us love. I wish that you offer us friendship. I wish that you see our beauty, that you hear our need, and that you feel our feelings. I wish for you that you listen to that wisdom which flows from the highest source. I also wish that you acknowledge and salute that same wisdom which is in us. Let's work together for unity and peace. My wish is my command.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for this beautiful recreating of the expression of the wish. But I will ask you one question first, sir. Did you stand in the mirror and did you acknowledge first your existence?
No, I have not looked in the mirror yet. But I do believe I do that every day just by being in the presence of God. That's my mirror. I look in the presence of God.
Thank you. But you smiled when I asked you.
Yeah.
Because that fills your cup up full of love.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you could give us a copy of this beautiful expression of your wish, so many other people can add to your wish.
Sure. I'll send it to Rick.
Yes, please. Then Rick can bring it forward in the chat room and people can copy it. Because that's one of the very most important wish I have seen.
It's fairly short. You could copy it right into the chat here, and that might be useful.
Yeah, because then the knowledge seekers can pick it up. And it can go circulating. Because I think a lot will be glad to add this as an addition to their wishes. Thank you so much, sir.
Very good. I'll do that.
Thank you for sharing. Are you true American, or do you have any knowledge about from where you descended from?
Yes, I am originally from Puerto Rico. And we are a mix of cultures, but we have very much blood from our ancestry from the Native Americans.
Thank you for sharing, sir. Somebody else wants to come forward to share? They're exploring, pay it forward for their creation. If you can be posted in this chat room, that will be glad.
Hi, Caroline, I'm back. My computer switched off.
No
Hello?
problem.
Can you
We'll
hear
get
me?
it on. Yes, we will get it on time. Don't worry. Take your time, sir.
I'm ready. I'm ready. The computer was just switched off, and I'm back again. What I wanted to ask is maybe if we stand up as whole Keshe Foundation and send the information here to the places where it's needed to stop the abuse, the children abuse. if we can do it as one family, one Keshe Foundation, hundreds of maybe more information, then it maybe can stop. Yeah, if few people have to do this, then it's not easy, I think. Or I don't know what suggestion other people can have about this.
Why would it be difficult? We are already doing it. We are already recreating. So there is no more difficulty.
Yeah.
Remove the hesitations as much as you confirm this new way of your wish. Stay in that field of confirmation. Don't allow no hesitation to come anywhere to make your path unstable, sir.
But the addresses from Belgium are just on Facebook. So Mr. Keshe asked to send the information to that the addresses. So I was thinking if we can do it with lots of people, and that it has more effect, I think.
Yes.
Than doing it with a few people.
Are you a support member in the council? Because we have a meeting tonight, so we can draft the letter and respect your wish.
Yeah, I'm in support member in the Dutch council.
We have a meeting tonight, so you can join us tonight, and then we can work on it. What do you think? Is that a good idea?
And how I can join that, Carolina, I don't know.
Talk to Pim. She knows how to come in to the meetings, and then we can see how we can work it out. We can always invite you as a visitor to construct this letter. We'll find a way. We'll find a path.
Okay, I asked Pim, then she can help me to find the right information for tonight.
We will find a solution tonight how we can construct the letter. I'm glad to receive your wish, and we will respect your wish.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. It might be a very good idea to use this beautiful rephrased from Gandhi to attach to your letters you're sending out to your heads of states, to your governments, to your embassies, as a confirmation, because you attach your wish to it. We create the flow and the energy of the path. It will be received. Thank you so much. Somebody else wants to come and share, or go to a different platform, or wants to bring another topic that we can work on together?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, there is something else I would like to talk about. And it's about what we were talking about earlier, about how we are to appreciate ourselves in front of a mirror And I just received a very beautiful, inspirational email, and I checked to see if there's any copyrights on it, and there are none. And I'd like to read that here. It goes like this. It says, I believe God wants you to know that you are a pure child of God, beautiful in your innocence, and that this is true no matter what you may have done. There is no offense you could ever commit that can rob you of your magnificence or of the wonder of who you are. Yet, who among us hasn't fallen from the path, betrayed another, acted unwisely, fallen prey to temptation, given in to a craving or to an addiction? All of us are human, and in God's eyes, that makes us perfect. Really, just the way we are, like 3-year-olds looking anxiously up at some elder, wondering with quivering lips whether we'll get a spanking for breaking the rules. This 3-year-old is beautiful in her innocence. He is pure as snow, and there is simply something that has not been totally understood or fully integrated into behavior yet. It's okay. We don't mean to be bad, and in truth we aren't, not a one of us. We're simply sometimes mistaken, and God loves us anyway, immensely, completely, eternally, just as we are. And thank you for allowing me to read that beautiful letter.
Okay, thank you, Alberto. Is there anybody else that has something to say?
Rick, could you put Gandhi's message on the chat so we can copy it?
Okay.
Rick, I will ask you your permission. The one which I used in the presentation in Rome, can this come into public?
Sorry, which?
The one with the person bowing. The picture I used in Rome, can that come into public?
Well, I'm not sure really. It's somebody's picture, but it's been spread all over the internet as well. People have just copied it through Facebook and whatnot, and I don't know if it's actually got a copyright on it or not.
I think we're going to have to find this out, that we can use this kind of template, because it's absolutely beautiful the way it is expressed in so much honor and respect. This is the expression of this picture, is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's why we need to clarify whether it's got some sort of copyright on it, because it is very popular, and if it does have a copyright, then somebody can claim it in all the places that it's being used at and so on.
Yeah, we don't want to run into that problem.
Yeah, I tried to look that up one time, and it was a bit unclear. Someone could maybe find out more about that. Or we can.
If you have a picture of a newspaper, can that be used because it was in public?
That's a tricky one. It depends. Like, you can't just take an article out of a magazine and publish it on the internet. That's because it's a copyrighted article and so on. And it's the same as the news articles, but at the same time, I think that, you know, you're allowed to do like for educational purposes a picture like that. But I'm not clear. We should clarify that more. It's another good one to clarify the picture of a newspaper article.
Because I have such a beautiful one about Ghana that the whole government is signing. We commit to peace, the presidential candidates, to sign for peace.
Yeah, I believe we've shown that before at one point. So, but at this point, I don't know if we want to show that, because if there's any issues going on there, then they could use that as.
Don't take the risk.
Yeah.
Don't take the risk. Just don't take, because it's not worth it. The hassles you have to go through and the whole team, people have no idea what an amount of work we create if we have to remove something. And then the teachings and the transcribing gets delayed for just one picture is not worth it. We're not taking those kind of risks anymore. Somebody else can step forward and maybe go to a different level of understanding, or has something new to bring.
I see,
yes.
Sorry, go ahead. I see Rodrigo is got a microphone open. Perhaps he has something to say.
Ah, Dr. Rodrigo. We couldn't reach him for a long time.
I'm not sure if we are now either. Dr. Rodrigo, can you go ahead? Your microphone's open there. We're not hearing you yet, though, if you can hear us.
We are Wednesday today, aren't we, Rick?
Yes.
So I will announce that the doctors will come in this afternoon and share their knowledge. And we have some new topics to bring. And tomorrow we will share some more. And we couldn't do it today because the preparation wasn't ready. But we will share more news about Naomi tomorrow. But this afternoon, we will have the pleasure and the honor of our medical teams. They're working so hard, they're sharing, they're constructing so much. And I thank the knowledge seekers which are sending their testimonies, or to me, or to Dr. Klaus, or to Dr. Rodriguez, to bring them forward, how fast the knowledge applied through the Ganses is changing those people's lives. The effect of healing in so many ways. It's not only healing the physicality, but it's also healing the soul. It supports whatever we're short of. But now we have learned to do it much faster. By the reflection in the mirror, you start healing yourself. You start breaking down those walls and those stones, and I cannot emphasize it enough to appreciate who you are. Does anybody wants to come and share something which you felt or experienced in the last days of this blueprint teaching, or what it means for you? come and share your path of your creation, of your new world for you and for your children, for humanity. Are there any hands raised up, Rick?
If no one else wants to speak, I'd like to tell a story about what happened to me yesterday. And I think it's relevant. Yesterday may have been my last day of work as a traffic controller. It has been my desire for quite a while to return to full-time service. During the course of the day, an amazing thing happened. I was driving from one work site to another, turned a corner on the road, and saw a group of people standing together on the roadside looking down. Then I realized what they were looking at. An old lady was lying completely still, face down on the ground. I immediately felt she had passed away. I wound down the window and asked those present if they had called 000, our emergency number in Australia, and they confirmed it was just done, so I drove on. At first, I felt overwhelmed by sadness for the lady and her family, if she had any loved ones. Then I remembered Mr. Keshe speaking of seeing a coffin in a hearse while driving and sending whatever was needed to the deceased. I immediately did the same, both internally and verbally, as I drove, and felt an immediate, powerful, two-way transfer of energy, which made my body tremble deep inside, especially when I felt a strong thank you coming back to me. I realized this was a very important guidepost for me, a sign of an end and a sign of a new beginning.
Thank you for sharing this, because I want to add something to this. Is when you go and visit your family members and you're walking down to the graveyards or cemeteries, whatever name you're using, try on your path walking to your beloved one, or the one you want to pay respect to. Try to wish before you enter that you equally can balance your wish to elevate all the souls which are present on the cemetery. Because there are a lot of forgotten souls that we have to embrace, because they're still connected. They cannot be forgotten. Just your intent to raise and elevate their soul, because you have received the knowledge to be able to do so. I thank you.
My wish is that this is helpful to everyone to understand that no matter what other souls you may meet, just send what they need and they will give you what you need.
This is the same mirror effect which you get because you become present in your own existence. That's how you make your first steps to take responsibility of your creation, to honor whoever was before you, whoever is present, whoever will come after you, to create that peaceful state that they can enjoy because you elevate the past, the present, and the future at the same time to connect them. You change this planet. And Mother Earth as a soul is also your creation. Embrace the beauty. Thank you. How much time do we have left, Rick, if I may be curious? Hello, Rick.
Oh, sorry, I didn't have the mic open there. Approximately 6 minutes or so of this session.
Does anybody have an idea how we can put or create a contribute to all the souls which you are standing in front, which you are presenting today? How can we honor those souls? Does anyone have a beautiful expression for this, please, as a wish?
Yes, I've got a picture that expresses it all. So let me show that. Something that came up recently for me, and it's quite personal, you might say. Let's let me get it up on the screen here. This is my second birthday, and this is the picture my father took at this time, and I thought he captured the wonder and the just being present in wonder and sort of awe of the situation. What's this all about? These candles, these flames on the cake, and all the just that event. There's this event that is taking place, and I'm just so thankful for my family upbringing that was able to get me to the position I'm at now in my life. And I'm thankful to all of the events of my life, but this just happens to be one that here I am at 2 years old, staring at these 2 sticks of plasma a few inches from my face. And it's totally mesmerizing and totally, it's just one of those awesome events. And plus the birthday cake has this kind of little bit of a flying saucer shape to it that my mother might have been involved with.
Can I say something?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, you're very cute. Very a lot. I wanted to thank Madam Keshe because that is another subject about praying for the dead, which I try to say around me that pray for them because they need this praying, and they say, no, it's gone, it's finished. And I personally pray every day. When I don't do it normally at night, they ask me, they show that what happened to you, do that. They really take this praying, and that's one of the reasons we don't feel so bad when somebody dies if we pray for them and we are sure that they get it. So there's no heartbreaking after somebody we love dies, because we are sure they need it and they get it. So they just went to another room there behind the door. And I thank Madame Keshe of this, and like you're answering my wishes today. And I was doing something, and my soul, sometimes I see my soul quiet, and he goes, my soul expressed the greetings to you, oh, Caroline. My soul, the wise man in me, the wise, he expressed his gratitude for you, for thinking about those souls which are somewhere and need the praying of family, daughters, whatever. Thank you for them. And my soul, for the first time, offered the hand of greeting to you. Thank you for them also. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, darling, because I brought it quite a few times forward. You are responsible in the position you're standing for whoever came before you. So it is more than natural that you turn around and express your gratitude to whoever was here before you, for you to be able to appear where you are now, for who you are, what you are, because they have paved the path for you, no matter what shape, no matter what condition. But because of this, your responsibility, I think it's more than time we turn around and we elevate souls through our intent, because of the knowledge we have received, the capability that we have witnessed in the last few weeks. We are more than capable to elevate all their souls, which will then be reflecting back to you in your creation because of their creating you. That brings us back to the same expression of Gandhi. It says it all in that prayer, in every single level of every single existence, from the smallest, minutest to the non-moving, in matter, non-matter. It's all connected because it's all energy field. So if we pay attention, we can raise the fields in every single level. The only thing is, work through your feeling, listen to your heart, because your emotion will guide you where you can create the biggest wish of gratitude. That is the one which will work best and which will regenerate the most effect in your creation of taking your responsibility. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I'd like to go ahead.
I think we're going to give our team a coffee break.
Yes, I was going to suggest that.
And a visit to the mirror, please, Rick.
There'll definitely be some bathroom visits, so it's a good time to check out the mirror too. Thank you, Caroline. There's a couple of people that still wanted to talk and had questions, but I'm sure we can move that till the afternoon session. So
Yes,
Just
sure. We will
stay
restart.
tuned for that.
Yes, we will restart this afternoon. Give everybody a chance to break, to take that necessary walk to wherever you want to walk it. But please take a position in front of your mirror. Fill up your cup with love and joy, as we all have enjoyed this cup of life. Thank you. See you later.
Thank you very much, Caroline, especially, and everyone today for contributing and being present. Okay, that's the morning session for the Blueprint for Peace for Humanity, Day 16, for Wednesday, July 26, 2017. And we'll meet again in approximately an hour at 2 p.m. Central European Time for the afternoon session for the Blueprint for Peace. Okay, thank you, everybody, and we'll end the live stream now.